All right, I've had a few people asking about what I'm doing with the 3D printer that my children received for Christmas. They built virtually nothing, and that's okay because I've been quite busy with 300 and some odd hours into printing various items for my needs, one of which is some toolbox organization for my 5-drawer US General tool cart. And it starts with these squares here. I actually got this off of Maker World, I think, or perhaps Thingiverse. These are holes that are 4mm on center, so I think they've got a 2mm diameter. I hate that they're metric, but fortunately I've been using Onshape, and it will allow you to input dimensions in English and just type inches after it and it'll convert it in metric, so that's been convenient. I have this piece that allows you to mate up the different parts, and it's kind of nice because you can push and pull them to get them to line up. These take about 10 minutes to print, maybe 15 tops, so it's not a big deal, and you can pop these pins out easily. But there you can see I got it lined up and no problems there. Over here you can see where I've already modeled some socket holders. Here's one that I set about doing to hold some, and I changed my mind on how I was going to lay it out, but basically 4/10 of an inch for the height on it, and I'm sure that'll be enough to keep the sockets from bouncing out as I roll this around the drive. And it's got these pins. The key to it is just make them 2mm in diameter and go 4mm on center as you go, and you're all set there. But you can see this works really well. I just measured my sockets and added 20 thousandths to the overall diameter, and it works really well for that. You can get to them nice and easily. I don't need the interlocking style for this cart like I would if I'm going to the junkyard or something. I'll use the interlocking Ernst rails, which I do really enjoy, but they're just too big for this area. They waste too much space. Versus with this, I am saving a little bit of space. You could see where if I were to make one big piece out of this and not have it as customizable, that I would be a little bit tighter. You can see how I had that effect here, where these are so close. I left just enough room basically to where I can get my fingers in there easily for the smaller sockets and pull them out. But also left a couple open spaces for when I add some. I love this up here with the universal sockets. That was really quite easy to dimension out and everything. But they're just right. They're going to be really saving quite a bit of space because these sockets were all in an area that was more like this. So condensing them down like this really helped out. Just again, the spacing from side to side when you get the fatter sockets like this is pretty cool. So we'll see how I do this. I did leave purposely a little bit of open area here so I can toss stuff on the sides. Also, it should allow for this to close. Not that, as you can tell, I close it very often. So we'll see how that goes. I do need to make a piece for the back up here. For some reason that wasn't included in the set of files for everything, which I found to be interesting. So I'll have to make a custom thing there, or perhaps I just want to put something down in there that's held in place. So overall, this is great. If you guys want to see the process by which I dimension this stuff out and do it at Onshape, it is a bit of a learning curve. So that I can see where that would deter some people, especially if you're old school kind of like I am and you want to just draw it up and then make it. So nonetheless, pretty cool. But that's my Harbor Freight US General tool organizers. Let me know if you guys have any questions.